Hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started here on Instagram as well. I have to learn how to press all of these little buttons. Alrighty, I think we are good to go. Hello, everyone. It is another day. We're almost at our very first week of live streaming daily here at iFind You Close. I am your host of this particular show called Travel the World as a Speaker. I am Phylecia Jones, and today we're going to talk about how to manage contracts. Yes. So when we're talking about traveling as a speaker, traveling the world as a speaker, we have to understand what our contracts are doing because, you have to honor them. I mean, that's pretty much it. You have to honor your contracts, but you also need to understand that you need to read a contract, and we're going to talk about whether or not you need a contract depending on the type of speaking you are doing. Okay, now for those of you who are just joining, like I said, I'm Phylecia Jones. This is how Travel the World as a Speaker, where we kind of mix two of the things I absolutely love to do, and that is being able to leverage speaking from your day job, from your business, from your experiences, and leveraging that into getting on stage so that you can travel, because there are so many events. Now, before the world was in the pandemic mode, there were over 5,000 events a day in the United States. That's 1.9 million. 1.9 million events were happening just in the United States. So if you like traveling in the United States, you could definitely do that. I have some stats for the UK. There was like 1.4 million events happening every year. So just think about it. On a global scale, there are millions of events happening each year across the globe. And if you want to start leveraging your skills and your talent so that you can get on those stages, so that you can take advantage of travel, that's what we are here to do. Now, we're coming to you live here on YouTube. This is our main home. So if you ever want to join us, we're going to be doing this every evening at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So all you got to do is click that subscribe button. I need a little graphic with a subscribe button. For those of you on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram, but we would love for you to come and see all the pretty graphics that we got up here on the YouTube channel. And also our goal is to get to 1,000 people so that I can take you on the road with me with just my cell phone. I know. Now, I have to tell you, for my folks who are watching on YouTube, you're definitely going to get me looking at the camera, so I'm going to be working 2 camera angles here, so you might get the side profile. So I've been working on my skincare during this pandemic. Whew, but Instagram just takes it up a notch because they give you filters. Oh my gosh. Instagram makes me look better than what I am. I love it. I love it. So I don't know what filter I'm using today. Is something, I don't know, where it's to fix your face. Like, I have no clue. Gosh, I need to figure out how to get this view inside of YouTube. That means you'll never be able to meet me in person because I won't look like this. But I'll take it. You know, I'm not going anywhere. And I've been trying to do things with my hair. I know, you're just like, seriously, I thought we were here to talk about speaking. We are, but you're going to get a whole lot of me as well. Now, we got to tell you a little bit about the travel side. Hey, Angeli, how are you doing? You're over in Singapore. No, you're not in Singapore. Where are you? Oh, I forgot where you are. Sorry. You're definitely on the other side of the globe. You're not here in the United States. But I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And what we're talking about today is managing your contracts when it comes to speaking. And yes, you are in Singapore. I was correct. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been going through my brain of all these places I want to visit. Because I want to go visit all the people that I've met all over the globe, and I just don't know where I want to go first. So I'm just so excited. So like I said, we're going to talk about how to manage your contracts tonight, or is it morning time for you, in Singapore, and we're going to talk about a little bit about travel. Now, this show is definitely for those who want to leverage speaking to grow their business, to travel the world, or to get whatever you want. But one of the biggest things we have to pay attention to is the contract side. Now, I have to tell you, especially if you're going to start traveling, I don't care if you're speaking for free, you're speaking to get paid, you need to get things in writing. That's it. You got to get things in writing, because things can go very wrong sometimes when it's not in writing, especially if you are about to get on an airplane, if you are about to put out a lot of money, or if you are expecting money. Especially if you're expecting money, you need to be very clear what is on that contract. Get things in writing, so that everybody understands what is going on. So here's the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to contracts. And I want to address the speaking for free. And you might be wondering, do I need one? Now, I go back and forth with this, because I actually think you do need a contract when you're speaking for free. Even though Anjali has to go, okay, you take care. She has a meeting, but take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Now, the thing is, when it comes to speaking for free, a lot of people get a little like, ooh, when you present them with a contract. But sometimes I actually think it's a good thing for you to do, because you got to be very clear of what you're signing up to do. So even in a speaking for free contract, you want to know, how long am I speaking? How many people are going to be there? Can I get a testimonial? Yes, you can put that in the contract. Can I get some help? Can I get a copy of the photos? Can I get a copy of the video? It is not a bad thing. It's actually not a bad thing to have it in writing. Now, some people, like I said, will get a little like, okay, why are you presenting me with a contract? It's speaking for free. But, you just say, I'm just trying to make sure we're all on the same page. Nobody's getting their feelings hurt. So, and what I would do for a speaking for free event, especially if they have not presented a contract to you, is to keep it light and easy. Just say, hey, it's just a little agreement, so that I will know, I can keep up with my files. So when I'm doing my audits and everything, that I'm going to be speaking on this day and time at this location, and I will be bringing somebody with me. It never hurts. It never, ever hurts to have something in writing. And some of the things that I have done in contracts is put in that I want a testimonial, or I want the videos, or I want the photos. So if you are speaking for free, even for a local event, it never hurts. It never hurts to have things in writing. Just say, hey, I just want to make sure we have a quick agreement, so that my team can understand where I am and who I'm going to be speaking for, and I can document this. That's in case somebody gets a little weirded out. Now, when you are doing a lot of things, now if you're going to market your business and you're going overseas, and you are starting this negotiation thing of either having your travel taken care of, your lodging or food, yes, put it in writing. Put it in writing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb. Sometimes it depends. It depends on who you're dealing with and what is the situation. Should you make it a really, really formal agreement? Maybe, but sometimes it can be just something as simple as, I, Phylecia Jones, have agreed to speak at fill in the blank event on fill in the blank time and date. And in exchange, I will get my airfare and lodging taken care of for fill in the blank nights. It never hurts to just put it in writing, so everybody is very clear. Now, I do like this, because when you're dealing with multiple people, you just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Now, I ran into an issue like this a year ago. Now, I wasn't negotiating for travel. It was actually negotiating money. There was a percentage of the event, and there was some unique situations where so and so would get a certain amount of money, I would get a certain amount of money, things like that. And especially when you're dealing with money like that, you better get it in writing. And what happened was, there were multiple people talking to me about things, and one person gave me a contract that I signed. The other person, and I had questions about it. The other person didn't know there was a contract. And what would happen is that I would always present this contract like, wait a minute, before we start changing things, the contract says this. This is why you have contracts, so that you can make sure you're on the same page. And remember, sometimes they give you the contract. It's like, look, I'm just reading the contract that you presented to me, that I signed, the one you created. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page. And it really does help. It really does help when you are dealing with multiple people. And sometimes, I gotta say, my hair is kind of messed up. And sometimes if you're dealing with people, I know I'm that girl. I gotta have a minute, because I see the gap. I see the gap, y'all. But you want to have that in writing in case you're dealing with multiple people and they're not all on the same page themselves. So do you need a contract? Yes. Do you need light agreements for when you're speaking for free? Yes. When you are negotiating anything, you definitely want to get it in writing. You definitely want to start getting things in writing, especially if some of the things you're negotiating have a monetary value. Now, of course, hands down, if you're getting paid for anything, you want to get that in writing. Yeah, you want to be very, very clear how much you're getting paid, what they're paying for, what they're reimbursing you for, how things are going to be reimbursed. These are all the things that you definitely need in a contract. And I would say, beyond the legalese of a contract, the basics that you will need as a speaker is where you're speaking, what time, how long. You even want to put in the presentation that you are giving to people. You just want to be very, very clear that they understand, I'm coming to give this presentation for this amount of time on this date at this location, and it's just me. That's what you really want to put in there. Now, once we get down into what we're negotiating, we want to make sure we're very clear on how you're getting paid, when you're getting paid. Whew, that's a big one. When you're getting paid, how it's going to happen, how much you're getting paid, when, and how. And when I say how you're getting paid, I mean, are you presenting an invoice? Are they giving you are they giving you cash? Are they giving you a check? Are they going to do two payments? Are you doing a deposit? Are you doing the full thing? These are very, very important for you to understand. The time frame you're going to be paid within. All of these little things matter. All of these little cues. And you don't want to take anything for granted. Like, well, you said, I said, we all agreed. No, put it in writing. How much you're getting paid. How many times? Is it going to be a deposit in the beginning? When will you expect the final payment? Is it before the event? Is it after the event? Are they going to reimburse you for all of the costs? The travel expenses. You want to put all of that in. If we are not negotiating pay and we're negotiating getting, hotel rooms and travel taken care of, it's the same thing. You want to be very clear. Are you booking the travel for me? Am I booking it and then presenting you with an invoice? And be very clear that you're going to stick within a certain amount. You're going to get coach. You're going to be in a moderate range for hotels. You're not going to go all first class. And the same thing is going to happen on their side. They will counter back on your contract and say, look, we're only going to put you in the Holiday Inn and we're only going to give you Denny's. For those of you who are in international, Denny's is just a chain restaurant. So be very clear. That's the biggest thing when it comes to contracts. You wanna make sure everything that's in there is in there that you need. Sometimes these contracts don't have to be 12 and 10 pages. It just needs to be me speaking here on this day at this time, getting paid this much, 50% in the beginning, the rest of it the day before. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to invoice you on this day. And if I don't get the deposit, I'm not going. Or if you cancel, that's the other thing. If you cancel your event, you owe me the whole thing. Sometimes, that's why I say some of these contracts can be very, very simple when you are a speaker. Now, I would highly recommend, if you have an attorney who specializes in contracts, in contracts, I will actually link to a friend of mine. I've worked with her. Her name is Aiden Kramer. She runs the YouTube channel All Up in Your Business. And actually, let me go find it right now while I'm here. She's been really good. She has read over some of my contracts, put some things together for me. All Up in I think it's 100. Let's just look up Aiden Kramer. I just want to make sure. I'm not sure if she has changed the name of her. There she is. 180 Law LLC. So for those of you who are on YouTube, I'm actually going to put this up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So Aiden's a really cool person. She knows exactly what she's talking about. She's helped me with a few things. So what I will do is put the card in this video so that you can go check out her so that you can go check out what she's doing over there, and we can I need to see if she does one straight about contracts. Now, because I called her personally, that's how I know what she's doing. But she has a lot of videos over here. She's been doing this for a while now. Very knowledgeable attorney, very easy to talk to. She specializes in solo and small business owner contracts. That's her specialty. She doesn't go to court for you, but she specializes in all of these different things, LLC, your trademarks. So I'm pretty certain she has a video over here, and if she doesn't, I'm just gonna ask her. I'm just gonna ask her, can she talk contracts? But these are some of the most important things. If you don't have an attorney, um, sometimes just save up the money. Is absolutely worth it to save up the money, just so that you can have somebody just double check. Like, am I reading what I'm reading? Is this making sense? Does what I have make sense? That type of thing. And sometimes, depending on where you live, you might have to have an attorney. If you're getting into extreme money conversations, you may need to have an attorney in a different state if you're doing business in different states. I'm just telling you because I learned this the hard way. I learned this the hard way. I've been operating with two attorneys since last year because of not necessarily a contract with speaking, but because stolen content. Stolen content. That there you go. That really does suck. But just letting you know. So if you ever need a resource, you can go check out. Let's go back to her home page. 180 Law Co. LLC is Aiden Durham. I forgot she changed her last name. Aiden Durham. And you could definitely go check her out. If you look up Aiden Kramer Law, you can definitely find her. But she has a new last name, Aiden Durham, Durham. You can find her on Instagram as well. Really knowledgeable, really knowledgeable, and works with small business owners, solo business owners, especially if you are only a speaker and you don't have this huge business that you're running. Definitely a good resource for you to go check out. So for those of you on YouTube, I will definitely be tagging her inside the description, and so that you can go check out her channel. For those of you on Instagram, I'll be sure to tag her so you can go check her out as well. But really knowledgeable person, and if you need somebody just to kind of read over something, she's a good person to work with. And this is why we need to look at some of these contracts. Because at the end of the day, your contract is just being very clear so that you can be on the same page. I have definitely been around a lot of speakers who, especially when they have put out money to travel and things did not go the way they thought they were supposed to go. That's what we don't want. We don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt, and we don't want you to go broke doing any of this stuff, all right? Now, these are just the basics. I didn't go too deep, but I'm just letting you know that you need one. You need a contract. You need a contract, okay? Put it in writing. Sometimes it can just be as basic as, like, I agree, you agree, we have a witness that saw that we all agreed. That's what we're going for here. That's what we're going for. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today on Travel the World as a Speaker. And we'll be talking about this a lot more. We'll be talking about this a lot more of a time. But what we're going to be doing every Monday is talking about the business of speaking and just making sure that you have your ducks in a row. All right. There's a lot of things when it comes to speaking that we just really need to pay attention to, so that we don't find ourselves in a situation that that just doesn't work for us. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing every Monday here on Travel the World as a Speaker. We're going to be talking about the business behind all of this speaking, behind all of this travel, and what's going to get you funded. But the definite thing I want to talk about today was those contracts. Do you need one? Sometimes you actually do need something very, basic that you can have in place. But when you start dealing with a large sum of money and specific dates, cancellations, you absolutely absolutely need a contract, even if it's a friend. Ooh, yeah, I went there. Even if it's a friend. We love friends, but we don't let friends mess with our business. Y'all get me on that one? All right. Of course, if you got any questions about anything, all you got to do is put them in the comment box. And I will circle back around. And, the YouTube gives me a notification. The Instagram gives me a notification. So I will definitely come back through with an answer. And if I don't have an answer for you then, I'll answer it on the show. So that's what I want you to do. If you got a question for me, submit it and I will answer it here on the show. And tomorrow, what are we talking about tomorrow? I really don't know yet. For those of you who are curious, I Find You Clothes. We actually go out and find speaking engagements for people. I didn't tell you about that in the beginning. So what I have been doing all day today is researching speaking engagements. So I have a researcher and myself. We actually go out and research engagements all over the United States and definitely parts of the world. And we deliver them every Monday. So today was delivery day of all of our speaking engagements. And there are some really cool ones. I'm telling you, there's so many events and that's why I'm just doing this because so many of you have so many talented things. You have so much talent that you can leverage this so that you can travel or grow your business or do whatever you want. And it's so cool. It's so cool that the number of events. And I've seen some strange events. I've seen some fun ones, but I've seen some events. And when people tell me that my audience isn't out there, like, trust me, I have found your audience. Woo, I have found them all. All right, what we're going to talk about tomorrow is leave an impression that converts. Ooh, what are my notes on this one? I don't know what my notes are, but that's a good one. I think that's going to be a good one. So we're going to talk about leaving an impression that converts. And that means when you are actually doing your engagements and your websites and things like that, we want to make sure we leave an impression so that people can convert us to get on stage. All right. That's all I have for you. So make sure you take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Take care of this mental piece. There's a lot going on in the world, so make sure you take care of yourself. Of course, if you need me, you know where to find me. So I will be here and gonna go hit the grocery stores. Then I'll be back here tomorrow. So tomorrow we're doing a webinar with She's Wonderful. She's Wonderful. We're gonna be talking about how to market yourself as a speaker in 2021. So if you are part of the She's Wonderful travel community, it's going to be good. So 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So go and join. I love this community. So we're going to be talking about how to market yourself as a speaker tomorrow. I don't know if I have any more announcements. Next week, we're going to be talking about how to travel the world as a speaker with Travel Noir. So many things, y'all. So I'm actually going to go now. I'm going to sign off on Instagram first. I'm just so all over the place. So Instagram, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, am I a hot mess today? I probably am. That's okay. Just you're going to get more of this. For those of you on YouTube, I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.